Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour with your host, Bob Katie,
and John Piccarillo.
Welcome to episode 132 of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Welcome aboard, folks. I just snapped out of it in the nick of time.
Snapped out
like
of
the
what?
song was playing, and I'm all looking at stuff, and I forgot this was for real.
For real?
Like we were recording and
Like
things.
we were recording
Yeah,
and shit?
I totally forgot.
Like for real?
Yeah. Well, we didn't do a lot of preparation. That's the problem.
No, this weekend's late preparation, so who knows where it's going to go. You never know. You never, ever know. That's for sure.
I was very distracted. Yeah.
You're very distracted?
I do so many things in one day now. I just don't. It's amazing. I amaze myself sometimes. It's amazing. I do it all. But so I get sore sometimes by, so then I know, what are you going to do? Yeah.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna, hey, what are you going to do?
So the doctor today.
Oh, that's right. You went and saw the doc, didn't
Well,
you?
I didn't see into my cardiologist. That's who I had an appointment with because I have a surgery pending for a hernia. And, that's what they made me do. And then they're like, yep, you got a hernia. Uh-huh. Great. Thanks.
It's not a tumor.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tumor. So I scheduled it, but I got now, see, I don't know how it got this way. I'm pretty sure it's the ex because she was a nurse, and she was like, well, you need a cardiologist. You can't be going to see those practicing.
Girlfriend, not wife. When
Right.
you say ex,
Oh,
everybody on the show should by now know that
it's
you
the same.
mean.
It's the same thing, except
No, there was a lot of legalities and other things that went with it, and
That's true.
a small human being too.
that's true.
So-
If it was, yeah, exactly. So anyway, now that I have specialists like what's the guy called for the sleep apnea? He's a specialist.
Cardiovascular something or other.
Yeah.
It just.
I
don't know,
got
something like
one of
that.
those guys, and now
I got one of those guys.
and a
I added them.
cardiologist. So before I'm allowed to get an operation now, I have to get cleared by these other folks.
Yeah.
So now the first one I go see is my cardiologist. I haven't seen him in a year because the entire year before that, he pumped me with so many different kind of meds. I felt
I
like I was
know.
dying. I couldn't even walk up the stairs one day. You remember?
We were telling you, blow that guy the fuck off, get off all these drugs, and start from scratch.
So I'm not doing. That was because of cholesterol medication. So I ditched that stuff and I worked with my primary doctor to get an acceptable range and where I felt good.
Yeah.
And that's what your regular guy should be.
Yeah, he should be. And well, you have too many of these specialists,
Right. Well,
And
now-
everybody's giving you drugs.
Today,
you know what I mean?
Today I had a rough
Not good.
day. It was a little elevated, not as bad as I've seen it. In other words, it's better than it was my worst for sure. But I didn't see him. I saw his practicing nurse. Mm-hmm. So she put me on another water pill, and I have to go back. I think Halloween, dressed up
Halloweeny.
like I was thinking a creepy clown in that place. I'm going to creep some people out if I do that. Knowing that I have a doctor's appointment changes what I want to do entirely with my. Yeah. So anyway,
You should go as
so what the thing that
Peter the perverted clown.
you know what scares me about the clown thing is last year I remember a lot of concerns
Yeah,
about
there
people
was.
dressing up as clowns.
But they can't this year because of that fucking movie, the It movie.
It's
There's
just
no
the
way there could be and on Halloween.
You know what my philosophy is on this? I honestly believe there are some people that are really frightened of clowns.
Oh, there is.
Like so
There
frightened to see them even on Halloween is frightening. And
Yeah.
maybe they don't want to admit it, but they're the ones that are like, I saw a clown and it's dangerous. Because they could be doing anything with that so-called chainsaw. Chimney. That's the other thing. I was really thinking about. I can't give away all my secrets. I was going to talk about it, but I can't.
You can't.
One of the big things is I like my Halloween costume to be authentic. So that means real
So
stuff.
do you like real blood?
Well, no, there's
And stuff?
I could if it was possible, you know what I mean? Like, but I'd be a sick guy to cut myself just to get enough blood to decorate. That'd be a little weird.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think that would be a little weird. It's going overboard, but it's a good idea. Good idea. Because that'll look real. That should look real. Even dry up and it'll look like, well, yeah. So this other costume I was going to do, and I've had this problem in the past, is like if your character has a weapon, I would like that real weapon. It makes it real. But work, there's a big sign on the door that says no weapons allowed.
Yeah,
I don't think you're allowed to bring in swords and
Yeah, that whole thing is not a good.
baseball bats and things like
Yeah,
that.
that's
It's probably
not good.
frowned upon, you know. Certainly bringing the real chainsaw might be an issue. Wouldn't that be
think?
funny though, walking in just a simple Jason and bring the bing, 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 bing. You'd get some attention.
Oh, you get taser shot pretty fast.
See, I try to make it real like that, folks. Real. I want you to really feel the fear. It's real. It's real.
Get the fuck out of here! No, I cannot.
It's totally real. So that's, yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to show up to the doc. But here's the thing that's got me concerned. Now, I want to do this because I know for a fact, family history, if you don't take care of it, all it does is get worse and more harder and complicated to deal with.
Well, you haven't told any of them
But if-
what your surgery is.
I did. I said it was a hernia.
Oh, okay.
I did. I said
you
that.
You did.
I
I'm sorry. Hey.
I don't know what it's called. There's a
There's
difference.
gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Depending where it is. Why they hold your nuts, I don't know, because
Yeah.
mine hurts right up here.
Yeah, it never hurts in the nuts.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, that's not. Get out of there. I think we had a conversation about this. I don't feel right about that. Don't. I knew I had a hernia before any doctor touching my nuts told me that that's what I had. You know, I knew what happened.
I have a female primary care.
So you like
physician.
it when she fondles your balls?
It's not a.
Do you think about it sort of like, this is all right?
No.
Because there's still some discomfort with the squeeze because they got to get that. I think they have to find the vas deferens.
No, I've never had mine squeezed like you talk about. You got some strange doctor thing going on.
They could have put a good crimp on there.
Yeah, you gotta.
Well, your balls might hang a little lower. I don't know.
Maybe I got a lot of balls.
Because my left one, he said, wow, that's really far up there. I said, because it's running away from you. Scared shitless.
I have been told, hey, you got a lot of balls.
I know, but are they grandpa balls or, I don't know. Saggy balls?
I don't think I have saggy balls.
No?
No. I don't. I don't know. I've never gone around and checked other guys' balls to
I
know
know,
if
that's-
mine are.
that's it. We
Or
don't-
what mine are. So
I don't see a lot of other nuts.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah.
I've seen more of those rubber nuts on the back of trucks than I have the real thing.
Yeah, exactly. I can go up and look at the bull in the field and check out that, but I think I'm going to lose in comparison there.
He's got big balls.
Yeah.
Big balls. on that
Big
thing.
balls.
Every once in a while, and I don't understand it, like a horse or something you'll see, and it's big, real big. Is that an erection?
The fuck do I know?
Because you don't always see it. Driving down the road, you don't look over and say, oh my God, that thing is hung. Just every once in a while, you see a horse that it's hanging almost to the ground.
Like I'm a fucking vet here. I don't know.
Your wife knows all kinds of things about horses.
I don't ask her.
No.
I don't want.
You owned horses. You took
I
after
didn't
them
own
for a
them.
while.
I did not.
If you took after them, you saw some dick if there was any maleness over there.
There was maleness, but
See?
I wasn't looking.
You
I-
never looked at the cock and balls?
No, I didn't. That was their business. Hey, I said, hey, put some pants on, man.
There was some, like a queen or something that used to like horse loving.
Oh, wasn't it Victoria the first or whatever?
I recall it. I recall it.
I've read that, and that's one of that wasn't. I don't think that was a truth. I think that was a rumor that went around at the time. I think it was one of those.
People do spread rumors.
Well, especially back in those days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that I think that was one of those.
But
rumor
today,
type things.
they don't get anything right. You can say anything you want. Anything.
Oh, absolutely. Fake
And
news.
some damn news is going to report on it. It'll be real.
Hey, I own 15 yachts and have $15 billion. Anybody want to prove me wrong? I say no. Nah, I don't care.
The last clip I saw was
I don't care.
You know,
You're going to roll this back and tell me I'm wrong? I don't care.
the death tax. You know hear anything about that?
Yeah.
Because Trump's trying to repeal the something that has to do with it. But he tells everybody it's gonna put money in their pocket.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't think it
And I
does
don't think it
because
affects
I think
anybody that doesn't have multiple
millions of dollars.
Right,
Yeah, but
exactly.
you know what though?
So how does it
Listen,
affect the average Joe though? He shouldn't be walking around saying that. It's
but-
bullshit.
Well, yeah, but listen, I think across the board, and maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody should be taxed that much. I don't think you got to be taxed going out too. You know what I mean?
No, think we've talked about this.
It's
paid your dues.
Full of shit. Yeah, you paid your due when you
I
earned
think
it.
it was-
when you fucking earned it.
Yeah.
You paid. To be honest with you, I think the people who win the lottery. I don't think they should pay fucking taxes either. You took a shot and you fucking won in a fucking hundreds of millions. Got that lucky shot. Why the fuck did you have to pay taxes?
I think it was actually created
Lottery.
to keep this tax.
Yeah.
Wasn't it for the Rockefellers, like around that era? There were people being so powerful, they were kind of having a little more power than the country.
Oh, that's still the truth today. It's worse today. It's worse
Well,
today.
because there's more of them.
Yeah, and they're like billion. I mean, how many billionaires can you have? I mean, we're still the richest
Barely.
country in the world by far. You know what I mean? It's kind of ridiculous. And I know, but you know
Arabs
what?
are pretty rich.
Yeah, but you know what though? The thing is that
You don't think that country's loaded?
it is, but there's not as many people there as there's here.
Like the main guys, like what do they call them? The sheiks.
Yeah,
They're
usually a lot of those are all
they
in the
got
family though.
They got a lot of money.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't even know until you get one of those pictures of like those special ordered Lamborghinis. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Gold.
They
In gold.
the thing though is that if you start a business, okay, are you listening?
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
that's
I
right,
can
you
hear you.
hear.
I can hear you.
If you start a business, your family starts a business, and it becomes wickedly successful.
Yeah.
And you end up over that where you have to where the person who started it dies,
Yeah.
and you have to pay that tax. Chances are, business goes bye-bye. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, does it affect the everyday people? Probably not. But when does an everyday person become? Does it affect because they became so successful? You know what I mean? So, as you know. Hey, you know what? You still end up paying fucking taxes on everything, though. You know what I mean? We're overtaxed. And we don't get hardly shit in return. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't. All we do is get fucking hassles. You know what I mean? We pay all these fucking taxes, and they can't even figure out fucking healthcare, so everybody has healthcare.
Yeah, that's a kick in the nuts.
Yeah, you know, it's ridiculous. It's like you're just paying, fucking paying. That's all it is. It's bullshit.
Yep.
You know, you make a fucking $1 and you got to fucking give 75 cents back. You know, it's like, Jesus Christ.
That's the way it's always been, though.
I know, but that's the reason why we fucking liberated ourselves from the.
Well, I know, and it feels like kind of getting rid of all that. Oh, I was going to ask you about this, too, because I had a friend. I don't want to mention any names.
Can you hang on that thought? Can
What?
you? Well, we got to do business. All right. Then you.
If
can
I
go
ever
right back
bring
to
that up, though, it's too soon.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on Buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
and on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
So I had a friend who I shall keep anonymous.
Anonymous?
Yeah. Very hurt by what's going on with the NFL. Now let me, before I go any further, I want you to know he's a veteran. He's served.
Mm-hmm.
So it got me, there's two sides of this. I always try to look at both sides of things.
To be honest with you, there's more than just two sides of it because people don't even realize what this has gone through different phases.
Well, that's kind of what brings me to this, because the reason this guy's upset, okay, now he doesn't even know. We're good friends, but I don't think he even knows I went to Niskayuna.
Okay.
So he
Niskayuna
says to me,
suspended the anthem.
Yeah, he says to me,
Which
I
number
was going to
one-
go to see my nephew's game, and he asked me if I would come see it, and he said that, and it was the same day that he heard Niskayuna announce that, and he said he wouldn't go. He says, I'm not going. So he feels very strongly that it's a salute to our fallen soldiers.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'll start off by saying this. That's great. He deserves that right. Just as an American citizen, deserves that right to not go or be offended by something. He has that right. Now, let's go back to the core of it. The core of it
Kaepernick.
is Kaepernick, okay? And he did that to what's the word I'm looking for? You can tell I'm tired, and that's why this is my brain. Protest. He protested the national anthem because of the violence by police on African Americans, the injustice against African Americans by the by law enforcement, which then became other people doing it for that reason. You know what I mean? Which were mainly African American players. But then it became instantly, it didn't become anything about that. It became, you're disrespecting the flag.
Yeah.
Number one is, why do we even have why is the national anthem even at the beginning of a sporting event?
That was one of my questions. I was going to ask how that began.
Shouldn't that be like, if it's so heralded and should be so respected, why are we having it in front of a game? A game.
Yeah.
What's the definition of a game?
I don't know how the tradition started.
It's a stupid tradition to begin with. Okay? It really is.
Well, here's one too. Now why do they have to do the 7-inning stretch? Why is that the time for?
But that's not the national anthem.
I know, but
they do.
but
They
how
do
did
different things, though.
How did that start?
I don't know. That's baseball. That's a whole different thing. But that's baseball by itself.
That's God bless America.
No, but that's only the Yankees do that.
Oh,
the Cubs do the take me out to the ball
everybody's
game.
got something different.
Everybody does something different. There's nothing that says they have to do whatever.
Now that's baseball.
Yeah, exactly. But they still do the national anthem before.
I'm glad you're embracing your baseball more.
What do you mean I'm embracing my baseball more?
I don't know. It always felt like to me
I've been watching
you're
following all
hell
season long.
bent for football.
Well,
You don't miss a fucking Bills game for sure.
that's because there's only 16 of them, and my team hasn't made the playoff in 17 years. So
yeah, but
every
you
game
still
is like,
watch. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
every game is
I'm
precious.
a Raiders fan. Unless they're in it, you know me. I got other shit to do on a Sunday.
Well, that's good for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so now I still haven't gotten your feel on this national anthem.
So then it became the disrespecting, and then the president, which the president shouldn't be even involved in this shit.
Right, yes.
He shouldn't be. He should just keep his mouth shut, stay and keep out of it. No comment would have been good, and let it go at that.
Yeah.
He put fuel to the fire, which because he wants to, because he's the biggest fucking moron putz coward we have, and because he wants to fire up people and
We have
get people
such
on
a
his
long
side.
way to go yet, too. With
I
it.
know, Jesus Christ,
So
I know.
far away.
How do I feel about it? You know,
Not that people won't reelect him, because that's happened to me too.
yeah,
Holy
I know.
shit.
But you know what? Maybe he will have pissed off enough of
Maybe.
the people that didn't come out and vote
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
for
my God,
Hillary for a good.
We really got to do something.
If we get any kind of a decent it's not a we. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican.
Yeah,
I'm Bob.
I didn't think you were going that way. I thought you meant a country.
I guess I meant we as not Trump's side.
Oh, see, I thought you meant like the country needs to.
The country, if the Democrats, I'll point them out specifically because that's who I'm talking about. You got me started on the football and the baseball thing, so I'm in a we mode, like team mode.
Yeah.
That's why. The Democrats, if they get any kind of decent candidate, and Trump continues to piss off everybody who didn't come out and vote for Hillary Clinton and all those Bernie Sanders supporters and everything, that Democrat should win pretty easily. That being said, that's a long way
I know.
to go, and a lot of things have to, and a decent candidate has to come about. Now, listen, I don't know if we could stir anything up because we don't get enough emails to stir anything. I don't know if we have enough people. We have listeners. We have a bunch of listeners, but nobody wants to ever put an opinion into us. So, I don't know. We have like the most unopinionated
Tom used
people.
Tom used to.
Tom from Indiana, our Tom from Indiana, our friend.
I don't know how often you listen.
Listen,
see,
here's my point of view: is
if it was when it was regular, he got involved.
I don't care if Trump was a Democrat, an independent, or Republican. He's an asshole. Okay, it needs to fucking go more than anybody I've ever known in this office in my lifetime, or that I've read in history. He's a joke. The people in the White House can't even contain this guy, and he's going to end up blowing us up or getting us killed or whatever. Just ridiculous shit. I mean, they're going to spend so much time in stalemate that it's the oil and stalemate
firing it up, huh?
that
Wow.
that we're not going to get anything really accomplished because he's so hell bent on fucking with Obama of rolling back his stuff that his agenda will never get through.
One of the really frightening things for me.
But hang on a second. Let me get to this. So how I feel is this about this whole thing. I feel that the people who are offended by the controversy should be have the right to be offended by it. But in saying that, they are hypocrites because they are dead set against somebody protesting, which those people have. You know what? I don't necessarily agree with them taking a knee. I do not. But I agree to their right to protest. That's what I agree with. And when the president came out and he said that they should be fired, get them out of there, get them fired or whatever, he's going against the First Amendment. And he even said the First Amendment should be taken away. That people shouldn't be able to write anything they want to write or say anything they want to say because it's all about him and he gets his little feelings hurt.
I think he did get it fired up in the wrong direction. I think if he didn't,
he gets fired up in the wrong direction. Everything.
If he didn't say anything, and people are allowed to protest, then
everybody
and
should
kept going. Eventually, either
listen.
Well, here's the problem.
They have the right to protest.
It's either going to disappear from sports.
They have the right to protest.
But then we'll never hear it again.
The NFL
you know what I mean?
Today, when we're recording this, which is Tuesday, you guys, people are going to be hearing it Friday. The NFL owners and a bunch of players got together in New York for a big meeting. And you know what? It's probably the NFL owners trying to go to the players. Hey, listen, you should be able to do this, but this could affect our bottom line, which could affect your salaries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it that what's
It's
that
a
important
business.
to you? Yeah.
Let's not forget, people.
But listen, I agree to the right, the people that can be offended by it. I agree to that people have the right to do it. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Now listen, if they want to have some, if they want to come up with some new, if they want to make God Bless, or not God Bless America, the national anthem, if they want to make that, so it purely, I'm tired and I can't think of words. My words are lost tonight for
I'm
some
trying
reason.
to find words of my own.
If they,
because I got
if they purely
other
want
ideas.
the national anthem to be about the fallen soldiers,
Yeah.
then I think they should take it out of these games. I think they shouldn't play it beforehand, and I think they should be that should be played for a lot more important ceremonies and other things than a fucking sports event. That's if you want it to be about the fallen soldiers and stuff like that. Because to be honest with you, I think everybody who's doing the protest, I don't think any of them would ever be wanting to disrespect the fallen soldiers. But then again, here I am. I'm just talking common sense. That is my superpower because it doesn't have any place in this world right now.
Well, I had to read all the words. That's why I was busy reading while you were talking.
The national anthem?
Because you know how I am with words. I've heard the song a million times. It doesn't mean I know the words.
I always keep wanting to start off with God Bless America, but that's God Bless America.
So I thought, now I could be wrong, but I had thought I heard some players say, they encouraged slavery in the song. And I found a small part here that says, the blood has washed out their foul footsteps pollution. No refuge could save the hireling and slave. It's the only word I found in there that has slave. I don't know if that means that doesn't sound bad to me. I don't know if that's mean.
That's one of those things where you have to, where everybody's interpretation might be different. That might be an interpreted type of thing. So it's how do you? That's all I can say. You know what I mean? Listen, to be honest with you, I just wish they would stop the shit and play some fucking football. You know what I mean? Do whatever you're gonna do, but play some fucking football. I don't want any politics in my sports. Whatever. So from a selfish point of view,
I think we had to talk about this though. I remember this was like a war in the 1800s that was written, right?
I don't remember.
The defense of Fort M. Henry.
That wasn't Civil War. Was that
a War of 1812?
The War of 1812. Yeah. Okay. So that's the War of 1812. So
I think I read a bunch about it
against the British
siege.
Yeah.
More or less, the poem was written because the flag. They literally fought to keep the flag standing.
Yeah.
By more or less bodies holding it up.
The War of 1812 was where the British actually invaded and burnt the White House down. And I think the Capitol. I think they fucked with the Capitol.
It was a big deal.
Yeah, it was. The president and the First Lady actually had to flee the White House. Man, that's a pretty big deal.
I know. Where's all the Secret Service then?
There wasn't any.
What the hell?
Well, they didn't think it. They used to have. Was it? I want to say it was Andrew Jackson. You used to be able just to walk right
Jackson,
in.
if you're nasty.
You just used to be able to walk in, like basically walk up to the White House, knock on the door.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
How about them?
They used to have like people like wandering through the White House on a constant basis. Yeah, I mean they didn't think about that shit back too far back. I think it was obviously Lincoln that was the one that really tightened things up a bit.
I just didn't find a lot of degrading things in the poem. It's a poem. Really, it was a poem, and I think they put it to music.
I don't know. You know what? I don't have enough background knowledge on the national anthem right at this moment to get to.
Well, I know it's hot in the news
to have a intelligent discourse with you.
Here's the reason why
I used a couple big words there, didn't I?
Interested in this to be honest with you. I don't care what the Football League does with it. I don't care what the high schools do with it. What he said to me that really bothered me more than any of that stuff was they. Now, here's the weird thing. He doesn't have a specific when he says they. Okay, so I don't know. And neither does he. Is it a country? Is it an entity? Is it ISIS? You know what I mean? I don't know. But they, is what he said, are trying to split the country to get the country at war with each other because we've not done good against the rest of the world when we're divided. And if that's true,
we've never been divided, though.
We're dividing right now a little.
They're probably talking about. He was probably in reference
Civil
to
War is
Vietnam.
a division of
That,
the
yeah,
country.
but there wasn't any there wasn't an outside force that split us apart. That was
right.
That's
That
what
was
a civil war.
self-induced.
Civil
That was
war is
self-induced
always
division,
within itself, within its country's borders.
Well,
Now,
he has military background, and he used a couple words like the divide and conquer kind of thing.
He was probably referencing Vietnam, but Vietnam was lost to us well before it split the country apart.
Oh, actually, I can't,
Because I
don't
actually
wanna raise
here's a little here's a
saying,
little
right?
side thing here. I've been watching the Vietnam War documentary by Ken Burns off of PBS, and learning so much shit. It's ridiculous. We should have never been involved there. We had lost that whole thing before. It was a bad idea, and it was really lost before, and they knew it before we even really started putting our own boots on the ground there. I mean, it was.
Do you think it was a powerful enough lesson to keep us from doing the same stupid thing?
You would think so, but we went into Iraq, didn't we? I mean, that wasn't as bad, but obviously, but it certainly wasn't smart. You would think so. You would think that would be. I think some presidents have seen that and gone, no. You know what I mean?
Well, unfortunately, though, it isn't one of the reasons, because they're tired of fighting each other over there. They're bringing it here. You know, that sort of thing. If we just keep our hands off.
No. Well, yes, but no. We've been diddling over there since the 70s, maybe
dipping our
even
toe
longer.
in the water.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of toe dipping over there, but I mean, as of recent history, probably, if you really recall, it was probably late 70s, because we'd gotten finally out of Vietnam in the early 70s. And then a lot of stuff, we did a lot of shit that we probably shouldn't have been doing. It's just stupid. It's replacing one bad. We overthrew regimes to put in ones that we thought were good for us, and they end up being just as bad as the regime we get rid of. And when you monkey around with that area with that, and then you're a presence over there. And then it's quick, that whole place, and I'll say pun intended, it's quicksand over there. It's quicksand, okay? Because anything we do, we just start sinking ourselves. You know, their thought is, we can't fight them over here. We need to fight them. We need to attack them. You know what I mean? We don't need to be over there. You know, we don't. We really should not. Listen, and I get the whole thing with we're the world police, and we need to take care of countries that can't take care of for themselves, or people that can't take care against their countries and everything. Listen, mass genocide all over the world has happened for as long as man has been able to realize they could beat somebody else with a stick. And it's going to happen. You can't stop it all. You can't. Okay? They are religious zealot nuts. And I will then rephrase this by saying, not all of them, but the ones that don't like us over there are. And I guess my thought is that if you don't want to be there, and you don't want to be a religious zealous nut, you got to make your way over here. but we can't save you. We can't save everybody. You know, we just cannot. Somebody else somewhere, some other dictator or something else is going to slaughter their own people like stupid idiots they are. We just can't, you know. Listen, I'm not for all the travel ban crap and everything else and all this. Should there be, you know, should you try to make it everything as safe as possible? I agree. Should there be a wall? I think that's just short-sighted stupidness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I don't think it's going to have a real effect on
It's going to cost a lot of money. I know that.
on anything.
Comes out of your pocket and mine.
No, Mexico's going to pay for it. Yeah, it made us laugh.
You don't bet your ass that.
You know what? But I don't believe that we should be trying to help everybody else's business. You know what kills me a lot of the time is this. It kills me that a lot of people from this country work on other countries that are poor, but yet there's so much wrong stuff going on in our own country that they don't focus on that. You know what I mean?
That's a big problem.
There's poor people. There's injustices that happen in this country. Take care of your own shit first before you go out to take care of everybody else's children. Take care of your own children. You know what I mean? Right?
Which news broadcast station do you believe the most?
Do I believe the most?
I'll include radio because if you ask me this question, mine's a radio station.
You like NPR?
I do.
Listen, when you hear it on, I guess more of my testing is this. When you hear it on CNN, and then you hear it on NBC, then ABC, then CBS.
You're convinced?
Then yeah, I mean they can't. They're all not peddling the same fake news.
So which ones are
that's the problem with Fox. That's the problem. Yeah,
the biggest red flag.
It's the huge red flag because they're spewing lies that they're the only ones spewing it. And
I was thinking about it in the car today.
Hold it here. You're like, hold it. You are one spewing all this stuff. They are 50 saying no.
Yeah, I was listening
So, you know
in
what?
the car today. I got thinking about it. I'm like, it's just got to be a fucked up staff that they,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And maybe they heard it from somewhere, but they're like, this is great.
Listen.
We got to report on it. But maybe the facts
Listen.
aren't really all
Listen.
there.
I feel that I feel that I am intelligent enough and was brought up to know when they're reporting things when reporters are reporting things with a slant. You know what I mean? I've always been big on it. I think you can attest to this with the way I've dealt with my wife and the kids and everything else. And there's always two sides to a story.
Of course, I'm
There's
firm
always
believer.
two sides of a story. So
No
you can
ifs,
tell,
ands, or buts about that.
Yeah, you can tell when things are slanted. You know what I mean? Are slanted. You know, you saw something you didn't want to see. You like NPR? I like to watch Vice News on HBO because I feel like they report it and let you. I feel like it's old-fashioned reporting where they just report
They cover some
facts.
fucked up shit, don't they?
Yeah, they
Really?
report facts, and they go to the people, and they interview and report fucked up people that you're like, that person's fucked up. That would totally not be in line with what they like.
Yeah.
But they just report it. They report it. They go in there and they report it, but they don't make commentary on it. You never hear the reporters go, well, and then have a closing remark or
Right.
something. No. That boom, story's done. That's it.
That's it.
You
That's
make
what-
you make your own mind.
That's a
up.
nice way to report.
Yeah, I think Vice on HBO is.
I'm going to
one of
Fox
the
News
best.
just for fun right now.
Oh Jesus, they're a shit show. They're a shit show. Listen, I don't watch CNN. I don't watch MSNBC. I get up in the morning. I watch Good Morning America just to get what basically catastrophe is going on in this world, or what Captain Dickhead has said. And believe me, I don't sit there and turn it off and then go, well, Good Morning America said it. I'm good with that. I watch I go through the AP. I go through multiple news sources that I feel are as unbiased. You know what I mean? To get the real.
Yeah, I don't believe anything until I've heard it in at least 3 places.
Yeah, listen. The old.
Then I may start.
Listen. There's some truth to the. If there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know,
Yeah,
you get 50 people saying one thing, and you get one ass clown over here saying the other thing.
And when your top 3 hit it,
Yeah,
you can kind of believe what's going down.
Exactly. And I know people are going to say, well, CBS, ABC, and NBC, they're liberal media, and blah, 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 blah. But why am I going? Number one is I don't like Fox News because they insult me on a constant basis. They insult my intelligence. They insult, I mean, everything's a conspiracy. Everybody's out to get this, to get that, and everything else and all that. If we lived in a Fox World News, the whole place would be, even worse than it is. A shit show. You know what I mean? You know? But meanwhile, they got their own problems. Every woman in that place has been sexually harassed and a whole bunch of shit.
That's big in the news right now.
Yeah.
Oh, we got something coming up. But we're going to cover that. So
Yeah, in a
let's
humorous way.
Let's leave that alone.
Well, actually, we haven't done one of these in a while.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on Buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
and on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
You haven't posted
When I say the name, Dickus.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
You're titillated, aren't you?
Obviously, we haven't had a very funny episode.
I know. First, I was going to say you barely hit any buttons that make me laugh.
You got me going, and you know what happens when you and I.
And it's a very
I was
awkward
contained.
thing because we can't disclose some things
Yeah,
that are interrupting the normal process of the show.
we will in the next couple of episodes.
Yes.
It will.
So we just want to apologize if
Yeah.
we didn't make you laugh.
Yes.
Because we're doing a lot of
There's a lot of moving parts, as you would say. One of your favorite lines.
A lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts right now. So we're just lucky that we can get in front of the camera and do this for you right now because
was a little challenge.
Yeah, everything's become a little challenge. But the next 3 episodes, I believe Jay will be here the next 3 episodes.
Yeah.
With a couple of Jay's Brew and one that isn't a Jay's Brew, but he'll be here anyway.
And not to let any I don't want to say too much.
No, don't. We'll let you in on that. By the way, give him a point and a wink. He'll get all upset.
Oh, Greg. You didn't think I was going to forget you.
I am not gay, senor. You just make me do gay things.
That's right. Greg?
You come down in your best little boy suit and expect me not to get a raging cartilager?
You know, he was telling one of the stories on our text strings today about ex-drummer who made him feel real good.
Yeah.
So, and then I was like, well, maybe I don't give him enough positive feedback. Maybe I need to tell him how great he is more often, so he feels good about himself, or something like. So, Greg, you're great. You're the best lead singer we've had. Oh, Tom, I don't want to get you all upset.
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
See what happens when I try to make somebody feel good? I make somebody feel
And what
bad.
you just said there, you crossed the line, buddy.
Oh,
Tom didn't want to be our lead singer.
No, he did not.
He didn't. You didn't.
Tom is our
So that was
huge.
God damn it! Fucking brand new book, and I already got a thing of wine. God damn it!
No, you're just marking it. It's all right. That's your mark. That's your mark.
Fuck it. It might as well be the Book of John.
That's right. Tom is our Michael Anthony because he is 2 instruments for us. He's our bass player and he's our backing vocalist extraordinaire. He's our harmonist.
He was our lead singer for a long time.
Yes, which he
Well,
reluctantly he tried out for bass player, and we went.
He didn't.
Can
Yeah,
sing?
no, he never said anything about being the lead singer. He just happened to be good at it.
Yeah.
And so he had to do both. And double duty isn't what everybody wants.
Duty.
Duty.
He's a duty.
And
No,
Tom is
Tom's
awesome at-
Tom is extremely happy now.
Yeah, no,
He
that's
gets to
why
do the
I
two
hope
things
I
he
didn't-
wants to do.
I didn't chap your ass a little there because I mean you helped us elevate to where we're at.
True.
Basically,
Absolutely.
that's exactly what happened. Because
Absolutely.
you know, with songs, it's a hell of a lot easier when all the parts are covered.
Yeah.
in practice. So having a singer is important, and we even played live with him. He's a great singer.
Yeah.
No problemo.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to do it.
Doesn't
And I
want to
don't
do it.
blame him.
Now we got Greg, and he gets to add those beautiful backing vocals.
Oh,
it's fucking
it's
Fuego. Yeah, baby, yeah.
Exactly. And which you should know that 151 is going to be playing at the Dinosaur Barbecue in Troy, New York on October 28th, Saturday. October 28th.
Before
starting at
Halloween.
9:30 p.m.
The Saturday before Halloween.
Show up and enjoy us. We'll rock your face off.
Yeah, I think we're gonna rock this one.
Oh, yeah.
We'll pick up the songs in the list that we're gonna do, and we're like, let's try this. It's been a while, and we're like, yeah, we got that.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It's gonna be a good show.
We
Good
start
venue.
after you got back from Italy. We had our first real practice to get ready for the gig, and everybody walked away from that practice going, "Oh yeah, we haven't played those in like a month or and a half, and we got those fuckers.
We got that.
Yeah." So it felt real good. Practice has been really excellent, excellente.
Even with all the challenges.
Yeah, believe me, we've had challenges.
We've had challenges, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, the rest of this year is actually going to be a challenge with your surgery, some other stuff that we're going to be talking about in the next couple episodes that we can't talk about quite right now.
Right.
The 2017, a lot of stuff happened. Good stuff, but a lot of stuff has happened. Matter of fact, we should have a good end of the year recap, a list.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a big fucking list of shit that's happened this year.
Look for new and exciting things, though. We will not let you down.
Oh yeah, 2018 is gonna be some kind of big changes for the podcast.
What do they call them? They're headwinds. Where I work, they say we've had a lot of headwinds, but we've come through. That's what we're expecting.
I don't think any of our challenges we've had this year have been bad. I think they've all been good.
Well,
I think
I take headwinds as a challenge. Doesn't mean you can't get through it. It just makes it more challenging.
They've been challenging, but they've been for the better.
Of course. Well, we try to do things for the better.
That always doesn't work, though.
That's the
I told you certain things are going to go down.
purpose.
Set mind to purpose. Set mind to purpose.
Set mind to purpose.
You brought that old gem out.
That's
didn't
right.
You?
That's a beauty.
Set
right
mind
there.
to
I wish we
purpose.
had that right now because it would be perfect.
So I'll write that right down there.
Set mind to purpose.
Maybe that'll show up.
I
next
love
week.
that. I love that. That's a great one. Spartacus. Set mind to purpose.
Set mind. That was Crixus. Always said that.
Crixus.
Set mind to purpose.
Set mind to purpose.
Which I got.
Love that show. That show was great.
Which I did name the record company after.
That's
Crixus
right.
Records.
Yeah.
Which 151's debut album, Area
Ooh,
151,
there's
will be
another
coming out
change coming.
on Crixus Records in 2018.
So many things going on. So if you're saying the show's feeling a little lame, it's because there's a lot coming up.
Don't worry. You know what? Jay's going to be here. We got some Jay's Brews coming up in the next three. The next three are going to be off the fucking charts. This one, we were very tight for time, and we had to stick it. So if it was a little bit more, John got me a little riled up.
I think it's good to get Bob riled up once in a while, and I can sit back and think about things. So I thought that was good. That's good. It's what we do.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
And those things, I knew you would have a little passion about, at least. And I did want to talk
I have
about
opinions.
it because
I don't know about passion,
it's not
but
the only.
opinions.
It's not the only place I've had some conversation.
And as of this recording, we walked down here knowing the Yankees tied up the Astros
Yes.
2-2 tied that series 2-2.
That is nice
with a comeback tonight. So
and again.
We are happy about that.
In the deficit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hoorah.
Yeah. Back in the saddle, baby. Back in the saddle, baby.
I wasn't even expecting to be.
Yankees win.
Yankees win.
That's right, baby. Start spreading the fucking news.
Yeah, I was.
You were at home, and the Astros were up 3-0. And by the time
I wrote
you
it
got
off.
here,
I was like, it's
the
over.
Yankees were up 6-4.
Yeah, when I got here, holy shit! Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Mr.
Yep.
Sweaty was pitching. We're good to go, man. He's gonna make
Chapman,
me sweat,
the closer, Chapman.
but he'll close us out.
Aurelius, whatever his first name is, Chapman. There, the closer for the Yankees.
He'll fucking load the bases.
Me and
before he
John
gives
have
up
decided me and John have decided that we call him Mr. Sweaty because we have been spoiled as Yankees fans for decades with Mariano Rivera.
Oh, man.
Which Mo 99.5% when he was coming in, it was a done fucking deal.
So mint. I've only seen a couple home runs off of that.
Not even home runs, even blown saves. It's a handful. You know, especially in the playoffs, locked down. You know what I mean? With just a couple of minor exceptions.
Yeah,
the greatest closer of all time, and I dare anybody to defy that. Bring the stats, whatever. I don't care.
He's the man.
Greatest of all time, and he played in the steroid era.
You might be
He pitched in the fucking.
That would
Put those
change
numbers
things,
up in the steroid era.
Yeah.
Done. End of discussion. Greatest of all time. So when Chapman comes in, we get these guys. He has to make. He likes to put people on base.
I call him Mr. Sweaty.
We call him
Mr.
Mr. Sweaty.
Me sweat.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he is sweaty, but honestly, he makes me
That's
sweat.
why we call him Mr. Sweaty, because he makes us go.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, just throw the fucking...
Just throw a fucking strike and get this guy the fuck out, man. You're killing us.
He walked another one. Oh, my God.
Yeah. What? 2 men on? Oh, and here's the tying run?
Yeah, exactly. No, he kills me.
Yeah.
Almost every time.
Yeah. It's like fucking nail bites.
Seeing Mo come out, it was like...
Oh, you hear Enter Sandman and you see Mo come out? Yeah. You're just
we got this.
Yo, bitches, you going home, bitches.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Game over.
Mr. Sweaty makes me sweat. Man.
Oh, I know.
Right to the he'll feel the paces before it's desperate for him.
Yeah, but Judge has gotten off the schneid now for the second game. He's gotten some good bats, and Sanchez finally got off the schneid.
The last one's in Yankee Stadium too, right?
No.
Shoot, I thought it was.
The next one, I don't know if it's tomorrow night. I think it's probably tomorrow night, is in Yankee Stadium, and then it's 2 in Houston. So if the Yankees are going to steal this series, win this series, they're going to have to win one in Houston. Yes.
Yeah.
They have to. But that's all right. We did it with Cleveland. We went back and took Cleveland. Or we took them right in their home ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
You know? We'll see. We'll see. The Yankees seem to love this. They seem to be like, you guys can have 2 games.
Yeah, exactly. Take it.
Take it. We're good. We're good. We'll get you. We'll get you.
It is fun to watch this young team, though.
Yeah, they're a year ahead of schedule.
Yeah,
they weren't even supposed to make
that's
the
why
playoffs
I called
this year.
them young, is because I was looking forward to next year.
This was supposed to be the year where they were looking at a lot of young talent, and they were supposed to see how that young talent played, and then this offseason is supposed to be the biggest offseason for free agents ever, talent-wise, so they were supposed to go out and load up, and next year was supposed to be the year they came out, and we're in the position they're in right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're a year ahead of time.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, damn right. All right, I think it's time for us to get the hell out of here. So let's do this one more time.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on Buzzsprout.com and iTunes, or
at Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
And on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. I feel like I need to hit this button because you haven't done it all night.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
That's your own fault.
I know. I got 4 here. I drank them.
I know, but you didn't. You didn't do the lift.
You were talking.
When does that ever fucking stop you?
I forgot about that.
Usually it's look, fucking Bob.
I'm a little off my game tonight.
Jackass.
I feel good, but I'm off the show game tonight a little bit.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Because, we
Moving
started
parts.
late. When we do
Yeah.
the late start ones, it's
Yeah.
weird. It's weird to get in the groove. So,
It
hey,
is.
it's nice to be different. At least our variety power hour that we do.
It is variety.
We got sports in there and definitely some current news. So.
Yeah. Hey, this time we didn't bring the funny, but we brought a little conversation.
That's
though.
right. Hey, and I was curious.
Sometimes it happens that way.
Honestly, I wanted your opinion on that because my friend was.
We don't do it when Jay's here. Jay doesn't like politics. He doesn't like to talk politics.
That's
That's
right.
his thing. And we
This
respect
is the
that.
show for that.
We respect that. So me and him brought, a little bit of it that way.
And we didn't even
everything.
bring it to the table. We just talked about it.
Yeah,
we didn't do
actually-
any research tonight.
Actually, if we want an opinion with politics and everything, we should have Tom here.
Oh my God!
Our bass player, Tom. Yeah.
Yeah, but that depends if he brings Mike.
Oh no, Steve
or
Tim, which are his two alter egos.
Oh my! It all depends on who he brings. We could be in
Steve,
trouble.
his alter ego, Steve, is a racist white Republican.
Yes.
God-fearing
Right.
man.
But Steve,
and Tim is
Why do I
a liberal tree hugger.
Yes.
So,
Working socks.
Yeah.
Pot smoker.
And Tom didn't even bring these about. Actually, it was more the band just kind of latched onto things and started and created these personalities for him.
It's very hard for me to explain to people I am Helmut P. Klickenfucker.
Helmut.
That's just came from the band.
Yeah. A lot of shit comes from the band.
It just happens.
Yes.
It comes from the ass, right in the middle of the ass.
Ultimately, what I would like to achieve is Helmut P. Klickenfucker uniform for Halloween.
No, the shirts. I think we should do the shirts. I think we should. Remember, we talked about it. Have clickin' fuckers on the front, and then everybody have their own name on the because we all have each of us. Tom gave each of us a German name after you.
All right. Yeah. We're the clickin' fuckers.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, we are the clickin' fuckers.
Yeah.
Say goodnight, Helmut.
Good night, Helmut.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.
Chico! Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.